On this week's episode of The Fizz, we catch up about what happened the week I was gone. I address all the gripes from the inmates last week. Then we get into Fedorov's number being retired. The Tigers are hot again. And then we do over under. But before we get into all of that, I want to tell you about the Ruggiero family and Antonio's Cucina Italiana. They have locations all throughout Michigan: Dearborn Heights, Farmington Hills, Canton, and Livonia. And then their original location in Dearborn, which is Roman Village. So every day for over 60 years, the Ruggiero family has worked hard preparing fresh, authentic Italian dishes. They include sauces, soups, stuffed pastas, and with their hard work and award-winning pizzas and calzones, they have been able to expand to multiple locations. This is my favorite Italian restaurant in the state of Michigan, in any state, really. I love all of their food. My favorite is the gnocchi. I always get pastina soup, and then you got to get a bag of their famous garlic bread. So whether you're going on a date, you're getting a carry-out, or you're taking the whole family out, go check out one of the Antonio's restaurants. They rock. They're awesome. They're delicious. And everything is honestly made with a ton of love. So go check them out. But now, let's get into the Fizz. Hello and welcome to episode 197 of the Fizz. Thank you all for joining us. It is Thursday, August 21st at about 3 p.m. I am back in town. I'm here with the inmates, the main men, whatever you want to call them. Chaney Football, Ice Cold Brew Lou. How are we doing, fellas?
We're doing great, Frank. Glad to have you back. Glad you're out of the outerest of banks, done sipping on extra Frappa Lappa, extra cold sweet foam lattes, and glad to have you back in the ward and back in the tower.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are glad to have you back, Frank. It was nice having you away, though. Not going to lie, like when you're a little kid and the parents leave for the weekend for the first time, you're just all giddy. No password, still waiting on the social password, but nonetheless, good to have you back, brother. Let's rock it out.
Hell yeah. It's in your email. But first time ever Fizz episode without me on it. Was glad you boys were able to knock it out. Listened to the whole thing. Thought you did a great job. Chaney, the Antonio's restaurant sales are through the roof after your ad read. A lot better than mine. Everyone's buying the meatballs.
You think they'll give me a free meal if I walk in there? You think they heard it?
They better. I mean, with the ROI on that thing is like through the roof.
That's right.
We usually ask you guys about your weekends, but I'm just jumping because I'm so excited to be back. Outer Banks last weekend, which is like wild. That's where we were, because I don't know if you've seen the news right now. Weather podcast. I thought I'd lead with this. It's like hurricanes there right now. The hotel
Hurricane
we
Aaron
stayed
coming
in, the
in.
resort,
Yep.
whatever you want. Is it Aaron?
Hurricane Aaron, I'm pretty
Did
sure.
you say Aaron?
Yeah,
well,
ERIN.
They are evacuating our entire hotel that we stayed at. Like, the beaches aren't safe. So thank God we hit it the week before.
Good timing.
Yeah, for once. So have you guys ever been to the Outer Banks?
Never even heard of it, honestly, to be honest.
I've heard of the show, that's it. The Outer Banks, like Dayton show when everyone's getting sucked off on the beach or whatever, that one, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's a dating show though. I think that's like it's like a theatrical. It's not a reality show.
Oh, okay.
But I do think everyone.
Outer Banks.
Are they getting sucked off on the beach, Frank?
Yes, I do think that is still the main point of it. It's like Pizzo was only half wrong. Anyway, Outer Banks. It's like islands on the edge of the Carolinas. So it's just all these like little islands, beach on both sides. So you got the ocean on one side, you got the sound on the other side. Very like interesting corner of America, just like these floating Carolina islands. So we were in Duck, North Carolina. There's like no Ubers, no Lyfts. There's one road in and out of the city to the mainland. But it was good, guys. Like, it was like so relaxing. I like did nothing. We went from just like the beach to the pool to dinner to the beach to the pool to dinner. That was like pretty much the whole run of the weekend. Like, fucking just actually rested, chilled out. It was awesome. Great time, easy travel, probably like the least hiccuped travel I've ever had, which was nice. But we were on like this little tiny fucking plane. Like no TVs on the plane. So it was one of those, like, we looked the thing up. It's like the average age of this plane is like 24 years old. So we were on a pretty old bird heading there. You could kind of hear it rumbling up, like the car firing. So it was a little unsettling, but everything was smooth and easy, and flew into Norfolk, Virginia, a very small airport, and just had ourselves a nice, relaxing weekend. Nothing too much to report.
Isn't that funny? Like now you gauge the age of airplanes by if they have TVs in the headrests or not. Like it's so commonplace now that it's weird if you don't have your own TV, your own entertainment set up. I guess quick question for you, Frank, like how dialed in were you? I know sports aren't big this time of year. Did you bring the iPad? Did you log into the Fox Sports or the FanDuel app? Did you watch the Tigers, or were you like, no, this is the baby moon. This is the last dance. I'm drinking coffee. I'm drinking 9.5 pH water, and I'm just relaxing all week.
I had the laptop, the iPad, the phone, the hotspot. I had all this stuff. If shit hits the fan, I had to be ready, So, but I did watch. Scooble have like probably one of his worst outings of the year. So, they still won the game, but I did watch that whole Scooble outing where he only had like 3 Ks. And the only reason I'm calling it bad is because I took him to throw 8 of them, and he only threw 3. So I was still like, yeah, dude, I was still betting and like dialed in. Like, what do you mean?
So let me ask you this too, Frank, about the baby moon. Do you now, baby moon virgin over here, never been on one. What is the, are you just getting, what I imagine is like you're down there, you're just getting fucking after it by the pool. Like Sarah's pregnant, she's hanging out, she's kind of playing like the parental position, and you're just like going to absolute work on the fucking beers. Like you're dialed in, you got your shit all set up. Like you're taking like a little break from work, a break from, Sarah's just kind of watching over you, make sure everything's kosher, but like you're just getting after it all weekend. Is that accurate?
I'm sure for some it is, and I hate to disappoint you, Lou, and you guys are going to both call me a candy ass. Like, I kept it clean. For me, this was like, I kept calling it a health retreat. This was the healthiest I have been probably since I went to college. Like, wow. I actually unplugged. I like fucking read books. I maybe had like a beer or 2 a day. Like, I think the most drinks I had in a day while I was there was 4. I know Lou is like gonna have a heart attack, but I did like a full.
We're gonna hold it together over here, dude.
Yeah, I know. No, I get it. Like, I fucking get it. And I was like really ready to wrap up this topic before you started asking me, because I just thought you'd just bag me for this whole thing.
Sure.
As someone tries to like better their life, you get bagged in the group. I get
right.
How it goes. Yes. But yeah, I just like. I was like sound body, sound mind, like tried to like actually relax and like get healthy. Like, I worked out every day. I read books. I was eating healthy, eating clean. But yeah, I had beers. Like, I probably had 2 to 4 beers.
Like how they're like supposed to be drank.
I guess. And it was funny, dude. I like had this thought, right? I was like, wow, that was like you did good. Like, you were pretty healthy, But then it's like, when you go to the doctors and they're like, how many drinks do you have a week? Like, we recommend like only having 4. And I was like, thought I did so good for like 5 days, only having like 2 to 4 drinks a day.
You didn't do good.
Yeah, that's good.
Right.
Middle of the summer, that's good.
Yeah.
That's fucking terrible. No, that's awful.
So I don't know. I just thought it was funny.
Skip the baby moon. I get it. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you for that, Frank.
Channy, what did you – you guys went on a trip, right?
No, for our baby moon, yeah. We did very close to there. Well, I guess you'd call it close. We did Savannah, Georgia. Yeah. So same coast. I drank. I had a good time. He didn't do shit. Good.
He didn't do shit.
I was good. My thing was this. I drank at all the meals. I drank. I ate like a piece of shit on that trip, because you go to Savannah, like, it's fried food. It's new restaurants. It's like deep South grits, shrimp, chorizo. Like, we had everything. So I drank, but I ate like an absolute animal on that baby moon. And I did not do a juice cleanse like you on my trip.
It was seafood. We ate a ton of fucking seafood. I was like, lobster was coming out of my eyes by the end of the trip. Crab
Yeah.
and lobster. It
It's
was
great,
good.
though. You got to go. Lou, one day you'll get there. You'll be buckled,
You'll be buckled.
It'll be good. It'll be good
No,
practice for Amber how to
100%.
take care of a baby. I mean, it'll be just like practice,
She's already doing it. I think she's going to be a great mom.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Good.
But yeah, quick catch up on my end, real quick. Got to play Oakland Hills this weekend, boys.
Ooh.
That was an absolute showstopper. Before that, too, I went to Shane Gillis on Friday. I just want to like dap him up real quick because that was the funniest fucking stand-up routine that I have ever seen live. Like, not even close. The closest second was Chris Tucker came to the Fox one time, and his was like absolutely hilarious. It was like super random, but oh my God, Shane Gillis was fucking unbelievable, dude. I was literally crying the entire time. We were in like one of the Blue Cross suites too, so I was just like, you didn't even have to get up to go anywhere, and there were bathrooms like literally right outside of your room. So
Yes.
It's like that was the farthest you had to walk was like 3 steps, which is just like night and day. Dude, I had like an upper echelon weekend where it's like, dude, I felt like one of those guys like fucking peasant, like I wanted to like kind of spit on people, how like they do it. Like it was nice to like live that lifestyle for a little bit. Like looking down on folks, just kind of like shooing them away, like telling them to get you stuff. So just really soaked that in this weekend. Back to reality Monday hard. But Oakland Hills, I do want to touch on. Like my cousin's a
real quick.
Yeah,
Real
go
quick.
ahead.
Shane Gillis. So you went from 3-card monte in the basement bathrooms throwing dice to Grey Poupon, Ritz Carlton, top of the mountain in 2 LCA in a couple of weeks, right?
Yes, yeah, you could look
Okay.
at it from that standpoint. Yes,
I could, and I am. I am going to look at it from that standpoint. That's good. That's good. You kind of got the wide range of everything. So I wanted to ask really quick about Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
And so did he mention, did they say anything about like taking video or camera or anything like that, like before he started?
No, he did not. Not to my that I remember anyway. No, because I took a couple videos up there too, and the people. But honestly, it was really like there wasn't like. Don't get me wrong, people had their phones out, they were recording stuff, but it wasn't like some of the concerts you look at and you see like 50,000 fucking phones just pointing at it. But they didn't mention anything where that was a rule.
I was just curious, just because like. If he's like on a tour, right? Like he's got to be on like a stadium tour. So I was just curious of like, like at a concert, who cares? You know what songs are coming. I mean, maybe you don't know what the scenery and all of it looks like or what the presentation is. But like if you hear a fucking joke before you go see the show, the joke's out there. It's not like, oh man, I hope he plays my favorite joke.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I was just curious because like I feel like back in the day, you used to go to comedy shows and they would say like, please no phones, like please do not record. Because like I'm on tour and I don't want this to like, people to see my
Spill
shit
out.
before I get out.
Right.
Yeah, I was just curious.
Yeah, no, they didn't. Yeah, it's a good call. He actually, and you know what's funny too is he had no recycled material, dude. Like I've listened to a lot of his stuff. Everything was new. I've never heard it. Or he was like doing a little bit of crowd work. He did like his Trump impression, his like Down syndrome's impression, like ripped on white people, black people, Mexicans, like the whole gamut. It was awesome, dude. It was just really funny. I even like a couple times I was like, because I was like, dude, I was on 10. I was feeling really good, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to like take this seriously and try not to just be like fucking giggly monster over here laughing away. And like, I couldn't hold my like a straight face for like more than 5 seconds, dude. It was that good.
That's sick. He's cooking. He's like absolutely cooking.
All the openers were really good too. It was just it was a 10 out of 10 experience. It was awesome.
That's cash.
Yeah. And then to talk about Oakland Hills a little bit, I was able to finagle my way out there. Cousin of mine's a member. I couldn't stop saying thank you to him while I was playing. I'm like, dude, I do not like belong out here. Like, I can't say thank you enough. Like, this is fucking incredible. Never walked before. Never played golf with a caddy. So it was my first time doing that. And like at first, when you hear about like walking a golf course, you're like, fuck that. That's stupid. That sucks.
No, I don't. I don't think that.
Oh, well, that's a common. Most do.
Yeah, okay. I forgot. I'm on my health journey. You forgot that I'm like, I'm a new mind. I'm of new mind now.
I
So,
did. So that part was awesome, actually. Like walking a course like that where everything is mint, every blade of grass is the same size. There's just 10 out of 10 amenities all over the place. Halfway House has, cigars and every type of drink and all this stuff. It was a 10 out of 10 experience. I actually played really well too. I was pretty happy with myself. I shot a 92, but
oh
I like
yeah.
all my strokes that I lost were on the green because the greens were just insane. Like hole number 12, for instance, sticks in my head. Like the false front on it, when you're off the green and you chip on to like try to, make a putt, every single chip, like if you didn't land in the rough and let it roll onto the green, like you were rolling off to the other side. It was nuts.
Yeah, it just had to be glass.
They were the best greens I've ever putted on. So it took a little bit to get used to them, and then you like start to respect them more than they should be respected.
Yeah.
Though, because you're like, all right, you're playing every little fucking break, and you're like, all right, dude, just hit the fucking ball at the hole. Dummy this down. But that was awesome, and I ended up taking a birdie on 18, so that rocked.
Sick.
Yeah, so that was my big thing. I was like, I want to just get one birdie today. Let me birdie one hole.
Was it par 4, 3? What
Par
was
5.
it?
Had an
5.
eagle look too. Yeah, tap in bird. So that was sick.
That's a great way to finish. I was going to ask you if
Lou,
you had any birds.
Lou,
Yeah.
how was the clubhouse coming along? Because I know it burnt down a couple of years back. Are they reconstructing it? Does it look like it's in progress? Is it at the end? Where are they at with that?
I'd say they're probably right in the middle of it, Chandler. Like the whole outside of it is like looks like it's pretty much redone. They still have some scaffolding and stuff. It looks like they're doing some painting and some touching up. I was not able to go on the inside, but it looks like that's still like pretty fresh. I think my cousin said they have about another year to go on it, but he was like, dude, it's going to be absolutely unbelievable in there. It's fucking huge, dude. The building is humongous. So like the pool area, they still had open. They had a bar over there. The range obviously was open. They had a little clubhouse open, and then they have like a bar and restaurant that they made out of like one of those big tents, like the wedding tents that was open as well. But none of the main part that they're working on was available yet.
Gotcha. Because I believe they host the U.S. Open in like 2034. Something like that. So they got about 9-10 years to finish the clubhouse. So that's a once in a lifetime, huh?
Oh my God, yeah, absolutely. I was like I said, I couldn't stop saying thank you.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is awesome, dude. I think their next big event, they do the LPGA U.S. Open in like 2 years or so. So it'll be ready by then.
There we go.
Every swing, just thanking him.
Yes, dude.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was like, I don't belong out here. I should not be here.
Well, you were living your high class spit on the poor weekend.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it was.
That's right.
It was, man. Back to reality now. I'm just spat on.
Yeah.
Gum at the bottom of the shoe.
I've got not too much to report, boys. Nothing from last weekend, really. I didn't spit on anybody or do anything like that. Might this weekend, if you guys remember last year, played in a member guest out at Prestwick Country Club in Highland. Well, that is this upcoming weekend. So tomorrow and Saturday, I'll be competing in the member guest, trying to avenge our top 8 finish. We won our flight last year, me and my partner. My partner, awesome golfer, David. He's a stick. I mean, he's a scratch golfer. I've been out there with him. He shot 1 under one time and 1 over the other time I played with them. So he is a great golfer. I'm going to play with him tomorrow and Saturday. We do a modified alt shot tomorrow. So 2 tee shots, and then you play alt shot after the tee shot for the rest of the hole. So that's our Friday 18. And then on Saturday, own ball with handicap, and you combine your scores with the handicap. So that'll be great out at Prestwick tomorrow and Friday, tomorrow and Saturday. And then I do just want to shout out anyone in the Shelby Township area. Big week for my wife's family, who is now my family. My father-in-law and brother-in-law will be opening their pizzeria at the southwest corner of 25 in Shelby. Our Family Pizzeria and Italian Eats. Very proud of them. They've been in the banquet hall business for 25 years and are now opening a retail space. And they should be open for business. Township approval contingent on Wednesday, the 27th. So if you're in the Shelby Township, Rochester Hills, Macomb, Oakland, surrounding areas, Our Family Pizzeria and Italian Eats will be open for business. And I got a sneak peek. Fucking awesome. Great deep dish, very thin wood fire pizza. And it's not one of those conveyor belt ovens. It's the real deal with the slots where you stick it in and you rotate it. So excited and very proud at the same time.
That's awesome. Congrats. Great people, just awesome people too. So you'll wish nothing but.
That's incredible. That's incredible. You have to bring down the Zaz for the tailgates. I mean, I'll make my way up for sure, but you got to bring some down for us.
Will do.
Well, speaking of coming down to the office, I did listen to last episode. You guys did a fantastic job, but I heard there was some suggestions for me, and I feel like I should address those suggestions head on. I'm the leader of this company. I want to make sure everyone who's a part of it feels they're being heard. Most of it you guys can fuck right off. I will say that, but there are some things we can address. So the heat in the office. Yeah, I would agree. That's an issue. I am the coldest running human on earth. I'm always cold, no matter what the temperature is pretty much. And the air in the place, the way it works, gritty off, it blows right down onto my desk. Like literally you can see papers like moving from the air coming down. So I'm getting blasted with the air no matter what. I jam everyone else upstairs in the loft where it's 1,000 degrees. So there's a huge heat discrepancy in the office. Probably not going to be addressed anytime soon. So there's that. It's going to stay hot because if I
Frank,
get cold,
heat rises. You know that, right? You should be up in the loft. They should be downstairs. You'll stay warm. They'll stay cool. Heat rises.
It's way too hot up there. I would never go up there. That's crazy.
Not for me.
Number two, the TV issue, 100%. This is the one I agree with the most. I almost ripped the fucking TV off the wall yesterday trying to turn on the Tigers game. Turn on the Tigers game at our sports company with 3 fucking TVs in the building with a sound bar. I had to rip out all the fucking sound bar cords and shit. And I just said, I looked at Joey, employee Joey, not intern Joey, and I said, you're spending a day and you're figuring this out before football starts. Like I just full boomered it. Like I was just like, I can't do this. I'm done with it. I don't know what's fucking going on. So I'm just succumbing to being a boomer. Joey's going to fix it. Number 3, your personal spaces. That's where you both can fuck right off. But I'll make you a deal. I'll get you guys desks if you work in my office 1 day a week. Never going to happen. I mean, unless, we blow up and we hire you guys. But I don't see that happening. But if you guys did it, I'd make spaces for you.
Fair.
Deal.
That's fair. Yeah.
I meant to tell you guys, as part of your own spaces, ashtrays. I got an ashtray. I got a cool ashtray for the season because this is an issue that I needed to address. But I did buy an ashtray, and I got it on eBay, and I gave it some thought. I was like bookmarking ashtrays for like a week until I found the perfect one I wanted. And what it is, it's a little bathtub. It's probably this big, but it's like a bathtub with like a vintage tub with like legs on it and feet. And then in the middle of it, it says, I had a tub of fun in Detroit, Michigan.
That's very dad of you.
There we go.
That's dad of you.
And then on each side, it has like the riverfront and then the bridge. So that's the ashtray addressed. The gate, we just have to figure out how to jailbreak that thing. We got to figure out how to jailbreak the gate so you guys can get in when you want. And then Lou, maybe when I die, you can have the login. Maybe.
Looking forward to that day.
Yeah, you are, bud.
Maybe just one day, Frank. How about we do it? How about we build it up? You're going to be out for a little bit here during football season, probably late November, early December at some time. Just give Lou the reins one day. Let's see how it works out. I'm sure he's got a lot of things in that head of his that he's ready to put out into the world.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. We'll think about it. Probably not, but we'll think about it. He could maybe start warming up on the Ice Cold Brewloo account. Start tweeting from there a lot more, and we'll see what we're working with.
No, it doesn't hit the same, but yes, I will do that.
Fine. Fine. Well, speaking of hitting, I don't know, hitting the spot, if you will. I always try to think of a transition, couldn't think of one there. Let's move into sports. Biggest headline, at least in my world, I don't know how you guys feel, but Sergei Fedorov, the Detroit Red Wings, have officially agreed to retire this Legends number. January 12th, 2026, the Detroit Red Wings are playing on a Monday night versus the Carolina Hurricanes, and 91 will join the rafters amongst the Hockey Town legends such as Lindstrom, Yzerman, Howe, Abel, Delvecchio, Sawchuk. It's going up, boys, Lindsay. And this comes out of nowhere, but it's happening. It's finally happening. It was one of the first shirts I've ever printed. It was one of the first initiatives of Champaign Athletics. It's one of the things I've bitched about for years and years and years. I figured it was never going to happen. And alas, here we are. Sergei Fedorov, number 91, going up in the rafters.
Well deserved.
All that needs to be said off the rip, and then I'll let you go, Lou, is hashtag thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank. This has been going on since, 2017, 2018. It's been steadfast. You mentioned it. It's the merch. It came with the whole idea of Champaign Athletics. So thank you, Frank, for staying persistent. I couldn't think a better way to do it than in the dead of winter on a Monday night when they probably can't sell tickets, so they'll get people in the door by hanging Fedorov in the rafters. And Frank, I thought your Instagram or your tweet was hilarious the other day with they probably made him say thank you, Chris Ilitch, in his written out statement, because that was probably part of the stipulation. The press release had to mention the individual Chris Ilitch and how he was so great or how he made this happen, right?
There is one guy in the whole world, the universe of Hockeytown, from his career to now, to the people involved that got him in the rafters, the people he played with, his family, anything. There's one guy named in his statement, and it's Chris fucking Ilitch, who wasn't even the owner when Fedorov was there. Had nothing to do with him, but he's the one who apparently called him, probably didn't happen, and told him he was going up in the rafters. They were like, yeah, if we want to do this, you're putting Chris Ilitch's name front and center on this fucking statement. No doubt in my mind.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like, it's the most random timing for this too. Like, Red Wings fan base divided. People are mad about not making the right moves. Yzerman on the hot seat. Oh, hey, slap on 91 in the rafters, retire him. It's just very weird timing. It's not that it's not well-deserved. Like you said, this should have been done 10 years ago. The guy won 3 Stanley Cups here. He was the first Russian-born player to make 1,000 points, scored 1 million fucking goals. The swag was absolutely through the roof. Nobody had better drip than Sergei, not even close. The white on white. The guy was walking around Somerset Mall with Louis Vuitton purses on before it was cool. He was banging it out. And it's like, it's very weird timing, well-deserved. Super happy about it. He was an absolute sniper. I mean, that was the prime time for guys like us growing up watching the Red Wings, Frank, like 97, 98, early 2000s. I was still, we were skating full time, like just fully in love with the team. And like, it's awesome to see these guys get their recognition. And like, as the years go by, the more you look at it, like you realize how fucking dominant that time of year was for us, and like teams will never do something like that again in the history of the Red Wings, most likely not. But I'm happy about it, bro.
Yeah, okay. So the timing thing, and like, I'm getting a lot of people like, oh, is this Yzerman just trying to save face because he knows they're going to suck again, and this will get him in the good graces, and they're putting the Hockeytown on the ice, and they're pulling on nostalgia. You can do all that, and I wouldn't fault you for doing that. But I'm not doing it. I'm not going to take this thing that I've wanted for so long and turn it into a fucking negative or spin it into some like PR campaign. And it probably is all of that. It probably is a little bit of everything I just mentioned. And the fan base is upset. We are ornery. We're frustrated. and what is the biggest thing they could do to make us happy, I would argue there is nothing greater that they could do than retire 91. So the only argument I would have against it being a full-blown like the PR push thing, one, the guy fucking deserves it. This isn't like we're making a reach
100%
here.
agree with that.
Yeah, it's, I mean, some of the Pistons ones, like, I don't know ball like I should, but there are some guys retired that's kind of like, oh wow, I didn't think he was going up there. Like, the threshold to get retired for the Wings is much, much higher. Anyways, it's not like he doesn't deserve it. He more than deserves it. I don't think the Wings are at complete turmoil meltdown point where it was like, oh my God, they had to do something. And it was like this big drastic retire 91. Because that is like the biggest gripe outside of on ice product, I think, going on with the Red Wings was Yzerman not being retired. Or sorry, was Fedorov not being retired. But fuck all that. Beyond deserved, arguably through the 90s, the best Detroit Red Wing there was on a roster with Steve Yzerman and Nick Lindstrom. Those would be the only two that you could argue against Sergei Fedorov. And I think a lot of people around hockey, talk about hockey, would say Sergei Fedorov was actually the better all-around hockey player during that time. You don't get those Stanley Cups without Sergei Fedorov. And then, like Lou said, the outside factors, the aura, the swag, the excitement he brought to the team, that electricity factor that doesn't exist. I would love to see an accurate number that you probably could never figure out at this point, but I would bet the number one jersey in the stands during the 90s was Steve Yzerman by 10,000 miles. And then number two, I would bet, is Sergei Fedorov. I bet you there are more Fedorov jerseys hanging in Detroit homes to this day than Nick Lindstrom, than Brendan Shanahan, than all of these other guys. Sergei Fedorov is an iconic Detroit athlete, and the fact that he was not in these rafters like 3 years after he retired is just asinine. I get there was contract stuff. Who gives a fuck? 3 Stanley Cups, Selke trophies, Ted Lindsay trophies, the most recent Hart trophy we've ever had. Overdue. Sergei Fedorov, congratulations. I'm so happy that we're going to have that 91 in the rafters.
It's great, isn't it? It's long overdue, like you said. It's great. And you know what? I'm like looking forward to at least one thing this season now.
Okay. All right. The other thing I'll say about the night of the retirement, which is funny. This is funny. One, it's on a Monday, which is like womp womp. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why'd they do a Monday, January 12th Monday? And then you look, it's versus Carolina. And if you guys remember back in the day when there was the huge contract offer sheet dispute thing, it was with Carolina, which I thought was pretty funny. I wish they were doing it 4 days later on Friday, January 16th, versus the San Jose Sharks, because it's a Friday and it's my birthday. That would have been cool, but can't win them all.
Well, I will say this. It is my son's first birthday on the night of the hanging of the jersey, so it's either going to be his first Red Wings game, I'm going to get divorced, or I won't be there. I haven't chosen which path I'm going yet.
All my money's on the third one.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Even though it's the only thing you're looking forward to this season.
I'm a wing now.
I hope they jam it down your fucking throat. You know that, Chandler? I'd love to just whatever. You take the next topic. I'm tired.
Trust the Yzer plan.
I am.
We'll get into a team that actually has been in the playoffs in the last decade, and that's our Detroit Tigers. First in the AL, they have regained their traction, winning 10 out of their last 13, ballooning back up to nearly a double-digit lead in the AL Central. Hand up, I'll admit it, a couple weeks ago with how the Guardians were playing, a little nervous that we thought, hey, we're still going to make the playoffs, but we might not win the division. Again, Tigers have really regained their form. They're winning in so many different ways now. You saw it yesterday with the hitting. You saw it on the Scooble Hunter Brown night earlier this week on Tuesday in a 1-0 victory in extra innings. And then, of course, you've seen it against good teams in the Astros, and you've seen it in the shittiest teams against the White Sox in these past 2 weeks. Tigers seem to be doing nothing wrong after a terrible month of July, and it feels good because, like I said, they're back in that spot to where they control their destiny in the AL, number one. Number two, They've got the bye solidified by, I believe, 5 games right now, to where they're not going to have to play that first initial 3-game series. And last, and probably most importantly, feel like their pitching has really turned around these last couple weeks, getting good starts out of Charlie Morton. Finnegan
Really
has been awesome. He has been great for us since day one. Obviously, Scooble's going to Scooble. And you know what? We've been waiting for it for a while. Flaherty, good start this week. Good turnaround. We really need a number 2. That's our guy. That's the guy we went out to get this offseason. Good to see him doing well, but really good to see the Tigers regaining traction and beating a team that was right on our heels. And not only beating them down. They outscored the Astros, 18-2, 18-3, something like that in the series. A dominant performance the last 3 days. And again, I know every series is big, but another big series this weekend at home, Copa. You got the Royals, who are now second in the AL Central, coming into town, one of the better teams in the league. But all is well. All is well. We're in the playoffs. We're solidifying the AL Central, and we can focus back on solidifying that bye and focusing on the top 2 or 3 teams in the league, not the others in our division.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, everything's looked. You couldn't ask for anything else out of the Astros series. Obviously, I would like to see Glaber. I know he won that walk-off for a walk, but like his bat has been a little bit dry as of recent. And the same thing with Javi. He's another guy that was doing so well, and then after the All-Star break, I feel like he's kind of slumped down a little bit. He's had a couple good games here and there, but not like the heat that we were used to seeing prior to the All-Star game. But other than that, man, you got to be really happy with the lineup. We're hitting the shit out of the ball, and the pitching has came around as much as you said. We still have Seawald, who hasn't thrown a ball yet either. Let's see what's up with him. I think he was supposed to come back in September, right?
That's right.
All right. So, yeah, I agree. And this, I don't know how you guys felt. I felt like it was like sneaky. Like all of a sudden, like they've just won 10 of 13. I couldn't believe it. Like, I mean, I've been watching, I just didn't know we were at a 10 of 13 pace and that we're back up to 10 games. And I feel like the gripes from our end too, from us, the media and fans and everything was like, we got real loud when we were bad. And now we're kind of this like rise up has been like, okay, like good. Like, it's just like good. Like, we're not like, fuck yeah, I don't bouncing off the walls. Like, it's like, I don't know. I feel like the rough patch we had was very under the magnifying glass, and I think that's a lot of like us not knowing what a good team is like. Like I feel like we did it a lot with the Lions too. Like we don't know what that's fucking like to have a good NFL team. So like when we see cracks in the foundation or the armor, we like panic, and I feel like we just need to like get used to winning and being like, it's a long season. They're a good team. Just trust it. But Chaney, you put everything really well. I did want to call out Chuck Money, Charlie Morton, the 40 whatever old he is. He's been awesome. I did not think that signing would pan out whatsoever. He has put together like 3 or 4 quality starts, and he's fucking striking people out. It's crazy. But I think we need to lean into calling him Chuck Money, because I think that is Joey said that today at work, and I feel like it's a really good nickname.
Chuck Money's a great nickname, and he's been, if you look at his season, you take out the month of April, he's been a pretty damn good pitcher. I mean, he's really been good outside of his first 4 or 5 starts, and it's weird to think, I'm not going to go there just yet, but come October, he might be our number 2. He's pitching better than Mize, and he's right there neck and neck with Flaherty right now.
He's like 41, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's like our
Kenny Rogers.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Hopefully, rub some shit on his hands, just like he did. That'd be cool.
Kenny was clean, dude. Kenny was clean.
Yeah, for sure.
As long as you're winning. Chuck, man, I was not familiar with your game, sir. Not like that.
So I did want to note 2 other things, though. I think the 1-0 win over Houston this week might have been the funniest. Like finish of a baseball game I've seen in a long time. I did a video on it, but like the outfield antics of the Houston Astros. I don't know what the fuck was going on in Copa's outfield this week, but they could not handle it. The bottom of the ninth, they almost collide in center. Right after that, there's like a little blooper that the guy overruns.
Oh my God, dude. He fucking
Crazy.
landed on his tailbone. It looked like he was going to do a backflip.
Dude, and then Taylor Trammell, just a disastrous week. He caught that foul ball like running 1,000 miles an hour and then jumping straight up in the air. It literally reminded me of like something a 13-year-old would do. Benetti acted like the guy got shot, acted like he was going to die right there on the field, DeMar Hamlin style. He pops up. He's fine. Next day, though, he fucking bull rushes right into the center field wall, which I feel like is tough to do at 420. Now, yeah, he's in concussion protocol. I know. I get it. Like, we don't root for injuries. But, I mean, dude, like, slapstick comedy. The guy is just throwing his body around like an animal, and he's bull rushing the back porch there. Like, what do you want me to do? It's funny, all right? I'm sorry. I hope he's all right. I hope everyone's okay. All that shit. But I'm not going to not laugh. It was like, gee, I couldn't believe it was the same guy because he was in left field, and I saw it again. I'm like, wow, they're really struggling. And then Joey again said to me, he's like, that's him. They moved him to center. I was like, dude, he's fucking going through it. He is going through it. And then last note on the Tigers, Channing, Kevin McGonigal. Every time I look at the internet, he's like blasting a home run 500 feet, and they're like, I haven't seen a ball hit like that since Crazy Leg Jenkins of the Erie. Like, it's just he's always doing something insane. Is he coming up?
Yeah.
He's going to come up, isn't he?
I mean, they did it with Job last year, so that's hope is, hey, you bring him up late in the year like they did with Job. Same path, too. He skipped AAA. Job did last year. You could see McGonigal doing that, seeing that he's in AA right now. But if he stays down, like, he truly has the potential to be the number one overall prospect going into next baseball season if he stays in the minors going into next season. So he's a stud. I hope we bring him up. It's not like our shortstop situation is very solidified at this point in time. We have not gotten a consistent bat since Hobby went nuclear in May at shortstop. So why not? Fuck it. Bring him up. All hands on deck. We got 15 months left to Scooble. Let's go all in. Let's get these guys experience. And fuck this, I can't remember, what is it, service time or whatever they try to manipulate with these MLB players. Just fucking bring him up and make a run at the World Series. He could be ready to roll day one. He's that special of a prospect.
I'm thinking of Job, too. I think they're going to do it. I don't think the Tigers gratefully like give a fuck about that service time or awards or any of that. I think they're just like, this guy's hitting the ball and we can win now. And Hinch knows we're not fucking spending. So it's like, you got to jump through this window.
Yep.
Well, cool. Do you guys want to do any Lions notes or into over under?
Let's go over under. I think we can do a big football preview this upcoming week and the following week.
Okay. Well, I got the over under unless you guys got one you're really burning for.
Let it
Okay.
rip,
Well, I
baby.
did a little bit of this last week. I don't think we've done this one before. If we have, who cares? We're doing it again. Over underrated, fellas. Swimming in the ocean. Swimming in the ocean. Over underrated.
Ooh, I'll start this one off. So I like being on the beach next to the ocean, but as far as actually getting in and swimming in the ocean, not for me. I'm not a very deep water guy. I don't know what's in there. You can't really see the bottom. Fucking waves are crashing around. There's sharks. Again, get me on a chair by the beach, under an umbrella, maybe dip my feet in the ocean, cool down, and then come back out. But I'm not sitting in the ocean for long periods of time and swimming in there. Overrated.
Lou.
Swimming in the ocean, underrated. Definitely depends on where you're at and what area of the ocean, but overall underrated. Great time. We're in Michigan. We don't get to go to the ocean all the time. When the opportunity presents itself, you go for a nice swim. Maybe see some cool fish. Maybe a shark gnaws your leg off, Chandler. That's part of the fun, okay?
The gambler. Should call you that. Swimming in the ocean is so overrated. The ocean, is my biggest fear on earth. I'm not scared to say that. I don't know what's out there. I can't. I'm. It's a complete road game for me, right? Like I can't swim that well. I can't breathe that water. I don't know what's fucking in there. You get all salty. We were just on vacation. It was like ocean or pool, and it was pool every single time. It wasn't even a hesitation. We wanted to be in the pool. Now, I do agree in that area. I did swim in the ocean because you're there. You got to do it. You got to dip a foot in. You got to go splash around the ocean. But I was all set after doing it a couple times. It's overrated. The salt gets in your mouth, tastes like shit. Your skin feels, all dried up after. And again, you don't know what's out there. And everything out there, they could want to eat you, sting you, hurt you. I'm all set. Every time I was touching anything, shell, seaweed in the ocean, I was jumping. I didn't like it. Give me in the pool every time. Overrated. Nothing? All right, boys. Well, that is episode 197 of The Fizz. I appreciate everyone listening. Good luck on all your bets this weekend. Go Tigers, and we will see you next week.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
College football is back, folks. Peace.
See ya!